Hello, welcome to the Creators Guild podcast. I'm Chris Howell, and with me,
Jared Lovelady.
and we're here to talk about all things creative. And as usual, we're starting with our book that we hopefully we think it's creative, and hopefully you find it creative and enjoyable. If you haven't gotten your copy, go get it. If you haven't listened to all of our episodes, we just finished recently reading all of book one, the Chronicles of Duridim, Flight from Shadows, just a couple episodes ago. We're in the process still editing book two. Jared, what are we up to? Like chapter 20-ish or something? Well, we were up to chapter 20-ish.
Yeah, now we're on like chapter 4.
We jumped back to chapter 4 because we needed to fix that. But we're about done. We're about where we need to be on 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty close.
And then we'll jump back up and finish our way through. I really wanted to be done already.
Yeah, me
I mean,
too.
not just the fact that I'm like, I had so much work writing because we have so many more books to write.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm like,
I want the story to be done.
Yes, I want it out there. We need somebody to come up with a plug-in, Neo from the Matrix. I can just plug something in the back of my brain, back of my head, and then all of a sudden be like, hey, look, there's the whole book. It's all done. It's right there. Just
That
download
would be
it.
handy.
Just right out of my brain. Come on, future, get here so I can do that. I know you're supposed to enjoy the journey, but I really want to get to the destination.
I'm enjoying the journey. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still a journey that you have to make.
Yeah, it's quite the journey. That's okay. We will get there. So we'll have updates for you hopefully soon on some progress, and when we're ready to have book 2 come out, we'll give you some dates coming up soon. Yeah, we didn't turn our lighting on. Our lighting's probably terrible. Braden, turn that light on right there. So you guys don't know Braden, that's okay. He's somebody else. Is that better? Can you
That's
see me
much better, yeah.
I don't look so skeleton pasty like now. Maybe. I don't know. Stuff's probably now reflecting off my head and my glasses and
No,
everything that
it's
wasn't
definitely
before.
better.
Okay. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, today we wanted to dive into, we talked about doing the concept of what if we did character analysis or personality tests on the characters in our book. And then we said, why don't we just do that? Let's pick a couple characters and do it. And so we're going to do it right now,
Yeah.
live. So the first one, Jared has personality. This one, which one is this one? What does it test for?
This is for the 16 personalities.
But does it say like what is, I don't remember if it says what it's testing for. Like the INTJ or something like that.
I don't know. You looked at this one. This isn't the one I looked at.
I don't remember what it said at the beginning. Oh well. We'll figure it out when we get to the end. But it is a personality. The hardest part about doing the personality tests is there's a whole bunch of them out there. And you can take as many personality tests as you want. But you have to pay.
Yeah.
Even this one is, if you want the full spectrum with all of the results and everything about your personality, you have to pay like $9.
Well, it depends. Some of them are like $2. But
Yeah, some of them are just, I think this one is $9 for the full analysis.
yeah. But
Some of them are only a
this
couple
one
bucks.
looked like it gave a pretty decent.
Yeah, it at least gave us a good amount of information to do some analysis on our character. So, who are we starting with today, Jared?
Well, we can start with Teth, or we can start with Tawara.
Okay. Let's do Tawara first. Let's
Okay.
start with Tawara first. So, we're going to go through question by question, and we're going to say, we've read through book 1 so far. Everybody knows who's followed along, listen to us. You know Tawara. So we're going to go now and think and try to figure out what's her personality and see if you agree or disagree with what we come up with. So let's just dive right in, question by question. It might take a little bit of time because we got to figure out how would Tawara actually,
Yeah.
how would she approach this? So what's our first one?
Okay. So this goes from strongly disagree to strongly agree.
Okay.
Regularly make new friends.
She doesn't, well, is it by, I guess it's, you actively make new friends.
Yeah.
I
Do
mean,
you regularly? I guess actively would.
yeah, she doesn't make new friends ever. I mean, she makes a new friend in the book, but it's
Yeah.
because they have to bring somebody in and be like, you will have a new friend.
Well, but she makes friends with Graythan pretty quickly.
Yeah. But she's isolated. That's what I was saying is this one is circumstantial, but even with because of circumstances, the answer would be she does not regularly make new friends.
So slightly disagree.
Yeah, slightly disagree.
Okay. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd strongly agree with
Strongly agree with that one.
Yeah.
You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments.
that. That one, emotional versus factual.
She's pretty emotionally reactive.
She's emotionally reactive, but she also can think logically.
I'd say she
has some emotional reaction there.
Yeah.
When we meet Athandra, she reacts like, yeah, a lot of her reaction stuff. She's not the reaction. She rides down a scree on her horse and is like, that was stupid. So yeah, she reacts emotionally.
I'd say slightly agree on that one.
Slightly. No, I'd go higher than slightly. Not
Okay.
strongly, but the one in between. The regular agree.
Okay. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. That's something we haven't really, because they would be because she has servants.
Yeah. But is she
She
a garbage pail kid or
or neat freak?
is
Yeah.
she a neat freak?
We could just go neutral on that one because she wouldn't even know if she's one or the other.
I mean, that's one we kind of need to, looking into the future, that's something that could potentially come up in the future as part of her personality comes out. I think we need to make a call on that.
This is something that for Athandra, she's a neat freak, or she's not a neat freak.
Yeah. Athandra is more loosey-goosey.
Yeah. But for Tawara,
well, we've said Tawara has, like, she has her desk, she reads, she writes. She keeps herself neat and clean, you know. I'd say she's not a neat freak. I'd say that I would.
slightly.
The question? Yeah, slightly agree.
Yeah.
Slightly agree. She's a little more on the put things in its place.
Okay, the next one, you usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure.
I mean, they knocked down the armor, got trapped in the dark, and still snuck their way out without getting caught and executed or anything. When they got caught in the hallway, she thought through what to do, reacted.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say agree on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, you find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting.
Oh, that one, I'm thinking of, like, she has a self-esteem issue. As much as she's arrogant and prideful, you know, and she has some level of confidence there, and, you know, she wants to be the queen's accolade. But we've already shown she has an issue standing up to Corvin. Even when she goes and talks to Captain Ethrin, She gets a little confrontational, but then just wants to leave.
Yeah.
So that one. So what was the premise of that one again? It's
You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting.
so that one I do slightly agree.
Okay. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline.
For me, no. Tawara,
She's been raised in a very structured,
yeah,
so that would, that's kind of a,
yeah, she's
nature nurture, where the nurture would define the nature almost.
yeah, yeah. I'd say yeah, she plans and executes to task. I mean, look at her with her training with Duchesne,
Mm-hmm.
her ambitions, whatnot. She's got some of that kind of falls in, like you said. She executes. So either a slightly agree or agree.
Okay. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data.
Stories or emotions versus numbers or data. I don't know. This kind of goes along with that emotional reaction thing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to confront Athandra like, no, we do this and we do, with the high elves and versus wood elves. How can you see us that way? Whatnot.
Mm-hmm. But then on the other hand, she's like, oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah. But that kind of lends itself to the stories kind of sway her
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. She has a little bit of that emotional reaction to things, just a bit.
Mm-hmm. But she's also, well, the court says this and that. We could go neutral on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see.
Where it's kind of a little of both.
I don't know. I would either go neutral or slightly agree right in that area.
Okay. We'll go slightly agree. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists.
She's effective at executing tasks. I don't think she likes using lists. I think that in her mind is falls like she leaves and goes writing.
Yeah, she
to
wants,
get away.
She wants to live by her.
Yeah, the organization and the lists and everything like that fall more under. Well, this is what everybody else wants me to do.
Yeah,
not what I want to do.
Okay, we'll go disagree. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, she does that with Lady Iskar.
Yeah, and Graythan. Graythan bumps into her,
But yeah, she immediately, bam. I think that's the difference of she doesn't try to make friends. Even if she had the opportunity, her intent, like going back to that first question of do you regularly make friends? Part of it is the isolation, the way she was raised. Part of it is her station, but she's not out there to make friends. She can strike up those conversations, but then when it comes to self-promotion, that's where the doubts come in.
All right. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works.
Not too interested?
Right.
I think I'd disagree with that. I think
I would too. I think she's has an appreciation for the arts.
Yeah. And the in variation and interpretation, everything in there. Yeah.
All right. You prioritize facts over people's feelings with determining a course of action.
Facts over feelings.
over other people's feelings.
Yeah. So a little bit calculating, so to
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other people's feelings over facts. You prioritize facts over other people's feelings.
hmm
I don't know whether to slightly agree or slightly disagree.
Let's go with neutral on that one because
Yeah.
it's not really something we've covered.
Yeah.
You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all.
No,
Mhm.
no, so no spoilers, but looking ahead into book 2, we've already got written, she doesn't
No,
just let it unfold.
No, she
She builds a
she
schedule
prioritizes
and sticks to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll strongly disagree on that one.
Yeah.
You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet.
Good impression.
I would think she would worry about that. Maybe not a lot, but because she has that self-esteem issue,
Yeah.
that those kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah. Some of this is stuff where we're like, should we bring some of this out more? And if we do, how should we? And that means we have to write more. Gosh dang it.
Just need to be conscious of it in the future.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree on that one.
I do slightly
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's super strong. She has the esteem thing, but I don't think I wouldn't see it as much of a first impression as it would be of a, under scrutiny.
Yeah. Okay. You enjoy participating in team-based activities.
Team-based activities? Does Tawara enjoy participating in team-based activities?
Well, we know she enjoys solo activities.
Yeah. She enjoys riding. Well, I mean, would sword training and stuff like that be...
I would consider that a solo activity. It's one-on-one.
Yeah. If you had a group melee, she'd probably be okay with
Well, yeah.
Yeah, team. I don't see her as,
No.
hey guys, let's all go
Yeah, no.
do the whatever.
Yeah, we'll disagree with that one.
Yeah.
You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I think she's pretty direct.
I was going to say, I think she falls more in the honest category.
Okay, you actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Definitely, strongly agree with that one.
Yeah, very much so.
You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse.
We haven't brought that out a lot, but she does. I mean, we saw that with her father. She has that goes along with the self-doubt thing.
Mm-hmm.
When she talks to her dad about becoming an accolade, she's kind of got this nagging thing in the back of her mind constantly.
So slightly agree on that?
So slightly agree. Yeah. It's not super strong, but it's there.
You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones.
I think she writing, exploring on her own, studying on her own, and
you cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living.
I mean, Tawara, she enjoys reading the fictional stories.
Mm-hmm.
She, we bring that up explicitly in book 1, but what about writing? Could she imagine herself writing a fictional story?
I feel like she'd be kind of neutral on this one.
I think so. Yeah. She'd kind of doubt a little bit, but then also not really.
Yeah, it might be kind of interesting, but it might not be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your favorite efficient... Wait. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects.
Efficiency in decisions that's had more heavily weighted than emotional aspects.
Yeah.
I think she would appreciate efficiency in decisions, but I don't know. I don't know that she would weigh that over emotional. I mean, she would probably say that, but then when it comes down to how she actually acts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to slightly disagree on this one, I
yes,
think.
I agree. I agree. Her actions show that she slightly leans toward the emotional side over. Yeah, same kind of thing.
Yeah, you prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I'm going to disagree on this
Yeah,
one.
she'll get the chores done, and she does know how to prioritize.
Yes, but she also prefers to go riding over her lessons. So,
Yes.
yeah. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
We have that in the book already. She introduces herself to people.
Your mood can change very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. She's gets swayed.
I mean, it says you're not easily swayed.
Right.
I don't know that she's easily swayed, but she can be swayed.
Yeah. So we'll just slightly disagree on that one.
Yeah.
You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. I don't think she's that much of a procrastinator.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll disagree with that one. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas.
That's from her. It's an interesting one from her perspective. We've already kind of shown she somewhat enjoys, or at least has a proclivity to debate.
Yeah.
But when it comes to ethical dilemma,
I don't, not to sound crass, but is she really that deep of a person
to get into
to,
the ethical
not that
side,
she wouldn't, but would she enjoy it?
yeah, I think if the thing were to discuss ethical dilemmas, that would be different. But it's not. It's debate ethical dilemmas. I don't know that she cares enough about it to get into ethical dilemmas.
Yeah. She might grow in that way, but
yeah. So maybe that one.
kind of neutral on that one. Okay, you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own.
Nope,
No.
I'm not a strongly like, she's a hermit.
No, just slightly disagree on that one.
Yeah.
You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical.
No, she's curious and likes pursuing thought processes, going down those rabbit holes.
When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart.
Yeah, she kind of does that.
You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule.
No, I think she can. I don't think she finds it challenging.
No, I don't think so.
She can do it as long as she wants to do it and isn't like this is pointless.
Right.
As long as there's a point to it, she doesn't have. It's not an issue.
Okay, you rarely second guess the choices that you have made.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, she second guesses herself a lot.
Yeah.
Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing.
I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't think they just. Well, her friends are Athandra
Yeah.
by the end of the book.
Athander and to some degree Graythan.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think lively and outgoing are the right words. Adventurous, for sure.
yeah. But on the other hand, she's not sullen and
Yeah.
withdrawn either.
Yeah.
So
I would either do neutral or slightly agree.
okay, we'll go neutral on that one. Because like I said, she's not
Yeah.
one, but she's not really the other either.
Yeah.
Okay. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing.
Well, does she? At one point, we were going to have her, and I don't remember where we put it. We had her doing some painting and stuff.
Yeah, we did at one point. I think we may have taken it out.
Yeah. So, personality that may come up again. Tawara likes to paint. She's actually good at it.
Yeah, so we'll agree on that one.
Yeah.
You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions.
She likes to think factually, but is swayed by emotion.
Yeah. So
it's you usually do it by objective facts rather than emotion.
mm-hmm.
So how would trying to stay in fact but being swayed by emotion fall? You want to stay in fact, but you're swayed by emotion. Would that put you in neutral?
I'd say slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree?
Yeah. You like to have a to-do list for each day.
No.
No, I
She
don't
likes a
think so.
schedule, not a to-do.
In fact, she kind of
Goes the opposite.
yeah. You rarely feel insecure.
Yeah,
strongly disagree on that.
I do disagree.
Just disagree?
Not rarely, or not strongly.
This one, well, I'm going to put neutral. You avoid making phone calls.
Yeah.
You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does.
Definitely.
That. You can easily connect with people you have just met. I think so.
Easily connect. She can easily converse. Well, yeah. Aiden comes along. She immediately talks about wine. Wine is kind of
Yeah.
her go-to conversation starter.
She connects with Lady Iskar right
Yeah.
away. She connects with Graythan easily.
Yeah.
Once she gets past the animosity, she connects with the Thondra fairly quickly.
Yeah. Even she has a connection there with Master Duchesne. She has a connection with Tessera, even though there's some headbutting there.
Yeah.
She meets the vice chairman
Mm-hmm.
and immediately connects with him in a way. So yeah, she can build.
That's
those
another
connections.
nature nurture. It's been,
But it's a
nurtured
good-
into her, but you still have to have a matter of natural ability.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got that side. She's got some good, strong political foundations there with being able to connect to people.
If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible.
I don't think, I mean, like she went riding and then like, oh, they're out there. Well, I'm going to go out.
Mhm.
I'm going to go see Shalea out at the camp. Nope. We're going to go riding. Whoop. Fell down the thing. Okay. Well, let's figure out how to get back.
Yeah. And other things in book 2.
Yeah. Other things that are coming up. Her goal is not to get back on track for the plans.
Yeah.
Her goal is stay on top of whatever's happening and move forward,
Yeah.
regardless of where it takes you.
You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago.
Doesn't everybody do that?
I thought so.
I mean, does Tawara, when she's laying down at night, sometimes be like, man, in second grade, this is what I should have done. Or that one time you know, at one time I shouldn't have made this decision when I was 4. You know?
I'm horrible about this personally.
Yeah. Corvin wouldn't.
No,
Corvin absolutely would not do this.
I
But I
think
think,
I don't think she would do it a lot,
yeah, I don't-
but I think she's, because of, again, that insecurity
yeah,
and self doubt and things. I at least slightly agree.
yeah, I agree. I slightly agree.
You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future.
No, I think she would.
She's definitely, because I mean, the whole part of what, to become accolade is to change what
Yeah.
things will look like in the future.
Yeah, and already we get when they're riding in the carriage, when they're traveling with Elman, and she's thinking of she brings up like, oh, that's interesting. Look at this cool thing, curious about the steam horse, and immediately being like, yeah, her dad. She already sees her dad had the mechanical contraption put in for opening the front doors that didn't used to be there. Whether or not she's thinking ahead and into the future about that, I think she would like to theorize about it.
Yeah. This next one's a good one. Your emotions control you more than you control them.
Yeah, I'd say not strongly agree, but
No, but they definitely
agree.
do.
Well, that goes back to everything we've said already, where
Yeah.
she wants to be logical, emotion kind of sways her. She wants to let reason rule, but she gets pulled by emotion. She wants to react without, with cold hard fact, but gets offset by her own emotions.
Okay, next is when making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient.
So in making decisions,
Mm-hmm.
you focus more on the effects that people might feel rather than
What's most logical or efficient. She has a head for logical efficiency in making decisions because she's been taught that and trained that as part of her princess training.
Yeah. Well, and this is like, I would put this in the category of, well, if I'm in front of everybody and what I do, how is it going to impact them? How are they all going to feel about whatever this outcome is versus how are they going to feel about me?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not, well, what are they going to think of me in this situation? It's how are they going to be impacted as a result of this decision?
Yeah.
And I think from that perspective, she doesn't think about, I mean, they leave. She's not thinking at all about what are the implications going to be for the realm, for everything else. What if we need Captain Ethrin to help us and we need to get the heck out of Dodge?
So more on the logical, efficient side.
Yeah.
So we'll disagree.
When it comes to how other people feel about that.
Okay, so that's disagree. Right?
How was it worded again?
When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than
Yeah.
on most. So disagree.
Yeah, so disagree.
I don't know how many more of these there are.
Billion.
Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts.
She does pretty good at steady effort.
Mm-hmm. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you.
That I'm not, because I'm thinking about like training with Duchesne or studying with other people where I don't know that is part of her, like that particular thing is part of her insecurity.
Yeah,
I think that is, if she feels like, if the person expresses that they're proud of what she's done or acknowledge something good, acknowledge her for her ability.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she has well, you think that now, but what are you
Yeah,
going to
no,
think later?
I don't think so. I think she sees it more of as a feather in her hat than she does
Yeah.
waiting for the shoe to fall.
Yeah.
So we'll disagree on that. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean,
so I could
I could see it either way, but
I could see her. So if we brought her into today's society, I could see her being content as long as she had new pursuits and curiosity, doing research, coming up with new ideas and pursuing what she wanted, she'd be fine on her own.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas being with other people, she would have to, one, be confident around other people potentially. It's kind of like the group activity thing versus doing it alone. I think she would connect with people easily, but her preference would be
her own interests.
Her own interests, yeah. If there was one or two, like Athandra coming along, Athandra they've found connection together because they both have similar interests and similar patterns in pursuing those interests.
Right.
Whereas if she were working with other people, there would be diverse perspectives that vary from her. And while those different perspectives can offer insight when it comes to confrontation and persuading other people to go, like, I think she'd just be like, I just want to go along. I want to study, want to do my own thing. I want to ride my horse and go out.
Yeah. Okay, you believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Pondering them.
No.
You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places.
She likes reading books, libraries, rides out of her home.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
experiencing those things, like going to the Bronze Palace, going to Glen Heights, and experiencing those are enjoyable.
But she's not drawn to them.
But she's not drawn to those and doesn't want to be there all the time.
If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. I'd say,
yeah.
You often feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's a little bit of not. I wouldn't say strongly agree on that one.
No,
but maybe at least slightly agree.
Yeah, that's where I'd go. She does get overwhelmed, and and then reacts to that.
Yeah.
You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I think she's a bit of a step skipper.
Yeah. I just slightly disagree on that.
Yeah. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps.
Yeah, I think she would.
Yeah. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making choice.
Slightly agree.
Yeah. You struggle with deadlines.
No, that one we've already said she's okay with.
Okay, I think this is the last one. You feel confident that things will work out for you.
Well, confident things will work out. Slightly agree.
Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty ambitious to be the Queen's accolade.
Okay, and she's female. So let's see our results.
Results are
she's an INFJ.
INFJ.
An advocate.
I don't an advocate?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't
What does that mean from a personality perspective?
You possess a unique combination of idealism and insight that sets you apart in today's world. Well, that's not really relevant.
Yeah.
Rich inner life is characterized by complex emotions, vivid imagination, and a deep well of empathy that allows you to connect with others on a profound level. You have an unwavering commitment to your principles and an intense desire to make a positive impact on the world around you. Your natural ability to understand and interpret feelings and motivations of others is both a gift and a challenge. While it enables you to form deep, meaningful connections and offer invaluable support to those around you, it can also leave you feeling overwhelmed by emotions and need and needs of others. You often find yourself torn between your desire to help and your need for privacy and solitude. So that's the overall.
That's the overall perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of see.
Yeah.
I kind of see that in. I mean, she does have like her connections even with Shalea, Jephram, Fram, Megrith. You know, even when she meets Traylon, they butt heads, but ultimately, you know, they still win each other over, or she wins Traylon over, so to speak. And a lot of it has to do with she could be pompous and arrogant, like when they go out riding. She could be calling people out, calling them down, whatnot. She's not.
Yeah. Okay, personality traits.
Okay, let's see how we.
She is middle of the road introverted.
Okay, she's not an extrovert, but not an introvert. She kind of
she's a little on the introverted side, but she's at 57%.
Okay.
50% is neutral. So
okay, so 57% leaning toward the introvert side.
Yeah, so 7%
introvert. Okay.
She's intuitive over observant at 73%.
Okay.
So
yeah, she goes with her gut.
Yeah.
A lot.
She is feeling over thinking.
What's the
57%?
Okay, so slightly feeling over.
Yeah. She's slightly more judging than prospecting.
Yeah. That fits.
And she is 60% turbulent over assertive.
Turbulent. Turbulent over
assertive?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think what is.
She's a little more chaotic than she is.
Okay.
I'm.
I don't know.
Oh, here. It gets me. You're likely self-conscious, sensitive to stress, success-driven. The word I can't pronounce, and eager to improve.
That all fits pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, real turbulent juice. When you said the word turbulent. So there should be, if you scroll down, there should be categories. Like that was personality. Then there should be a category.
Yeah.
If you scroll down a little further, there's some more categories.
There's career path.
Yeah. What does it say for if Tawara were going down career paths? What does it give us?
Well, hang on. There's a wrap up of the personality traits first. Okay. Your perfectionist tendencies drive you to constantly improve yourself and the world around you. This relentless pursuit of growth and meaning can be both exhilarating and exhausting. You have a knack for seeing potential and possibilities where others might not, but you may struggle to bring your visionary ideas into reality due to self-doubt or fear of circumstance or criticism. You possess a rare combination of creativity and analytical ability. Your intuitive understanding of complex systems and human nature allow you to devise innovative solutions to challenging problems. However, your sensitivity to criticism and tendency to internalize stress can sometimes hold you back from fully expressing your unique gifts. Learning to balance your idealism with practicality and self-care is a key to your personal journey.
That's it. I think that came out pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Next is career path. Well, the last one is career path, and then it has strengths.
Okay.
In your professional life, you're driven by a deep-seated need to find work that aligns with your values and allows you to make meaningful differences.
Accolade.
You thrive in environments that offer opportunities for personal growth, creativity, and the chance to positively impact other lives.
Accolade.
You, your natural empathy and insight make you particularly well suited for roles in counseling, healthcare, education, or nonprofit organizations.
Not accolade.
However, your idealism can sometimes clash with realities of working in the world. You may struggle with mundane tasks or office politics, preferring to focus on the bigger picture and long-term goals. Finding a balance between your need for meaningful work and practical aspects of a career is crucial for your professional satisfaction. Looking for opportunities that allow you to exercise your creativity and work independently while still contributing to a larger purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fairly indicative of her approach to becoming an accolade.
So,
So, not a social worker.
no. Her strengths are creative solutions,
Yeah.
inspiring through purpose, building team harmony, and reading between the lines.
Yeah. Building team harmony.
It's the breakdown is your ability to understand others fosters a harmonious work environment.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess that in the work environment, she works well with Athandra. She abides Corvin and is able to make that interaction work. And then everybody, the other people she connects with, Aiden, Graythan, Captain Ethrin, even to Sarah. Yeah.
And her weaks are perfectionism. She's idealistic. She avoiding conflict and sensitive to criticism.
Yeah, that's not a bad analysis of Tawara. And there's a couple things in there that we can definitely consider going forward about, making sure we bring out a little bit about her self-doubts, her questioning herself, but then also not second guessing compliments or some of those things that we talked through.
Yeah.
Can we print that? Can we save it? Is there any way?
I don't know. Can always take a screenshot, I guess.
Yeah.
It also goes through relationships and personal growth. Do you want to go over those, or do you want to get on to Teth's?
I think Teth's going to take too long to go through. We'll have to do Teth on our own, or we can do Teth again. We can come back. We'll circle back.
Okay.
And go through Teth in another episode. But because I really want to try to answer the questions for Teth, and then see what does this say. Like we said, is there a you should seek professional help?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go over personal growth then.
Okay.
Your journey of personal growth is deeply intertwined with your quest for authenticity and self-understanding. You have an innate drive to continually improve yourself and actualize your potential. Yeah. This often involves deep introspection, exploring your complex emotions, and striving to align your actions with your core values. Your growth path may lead you to explore various philosophies, spiritual practices, or creative pursuits as you seek to understand yourself and your place in the world. A key challenge in your personal development is learning to balance your idealistic nature with practical realities. This might involve developing assertiveness skills to express your needs and set boundaries, or cultivate resilience to handle criticism and setbacks. Embracing imperfection and and learning to value your unique gifts without constant comparison to others are also some important steps on your path to self-acceptance and fulfillment.
Yeah, I was trying to picture Tawara in situations as you were reading through that. Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job of answering the questions that
Yeah.
in a way that she would have answered them. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
it seems that's a pretty good
yeah. So
analysis of
the personal
Tawara.
growth strengths are deep self-awareness,
Okay.
visionary idealism,
Yeah.
empathetic,
Yeah.
and dedication to growth.
Yeah. She's all about new stuff, growing, developing herself, getting better, doing cooler things.
Yeah. And weaknesses are she's self-critical,
Yeah.
emotionally sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unrealistic standards
Yes.
and procrastination, which I would have said not so much on that, but when I read
Yeah. What does that say?
your pursuit of perfectionism may prevent you from taking action. That fits her.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And we've got one more, relationships.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see how this falls. We've got a few relationships existing and new.
Yeah. And to come. We have a kitty again.
Yeah. Pickle, come here. Pickle. I don't think she's in the kennel. I think
No,
she's
she's
just
just
standing over
over
there meowing. And they're so loud. She
Yeah.
gets so loud.
Okay, in your relationships, you seek deep, authentic connections that go beyond surface level interactions. Your empathy and intuitive understanding of others make you a valued friend or partner, capable of offering profound insights and unwavering support. You have a gift for creating safe spaces where others feel comfortable sharing their true selves, and you derive great satisfaction from helping those close to you grow and flourish. However, your need for privacy and tendency to keep your innermost thoughts and feelings hidden can sometimes create barriers in your relationships. You may struggle to open up fully, fearing vulnerability and misunderstanding. Finding a balance between your desires for deep connections and your need for independence and alone time is crucial for your relationships. Learning to communicate your needs clearly and managing your idealistic expectations of others will help you build and maintain meaningful, fulfilling relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Her expectation, like having this idealistic perspective of others,
Mm-hmm.
and that getting in the way of, yeah, I could see a lot of that in how we've created Tawara, or how she introduced herself to us.
Yeah.
Pickle, where are you? Come here, Pickle. Okay.
All right. So this,
I don't know if you can hear it on the podcast, but she's so loud and she just stands over there. Meow, meow. Oh my gosh, cat. Stop meowing.
so strengths, emotional connection. She connects
Yeah.
well emotionally. Loyalty. She's definitely loyal.
Yes. Yeah.
Intuitive understanding. And careful communication.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the other part. We have her like questioning who she can trust, who she could open up to. Remember when she says she wishes she could open up to Duchesne. She wishes Tessera was somebody she could trust. She even questions Captain Etherin's, even after when she sits down with him after Duchesne or after the youths were killed. She has that discussion with Captain Etherin, and while she's having the conversation, she's like, "But can I really trust him?"
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time we get to the end of book one, the end of the book, she says, well, yeah, I can trust him. She tells Athandra that, but it's still this, like, she's in a position where she has to, you know, but it's still that never fully getting it all out there.
And weaknesses are overly idealistic,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. She's guarded. Avoiding conflict, and absorbing others' emotions.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, so I think overall,
So it was a what were the acronyms? She's a what?
Let's go back up here.
She's a
IN
TMNT,
INFJ.
not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
No.
Okay. INFJ.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to look back at this and see, like, because I think this is, it's interesting. It's interesting going through that, and then kind of cool seeing that, reading through those character traits and seeing Tawara in those character traits.
This is considered one of the rarest personality types.
Really.
Yeah.
Does it say, how difficult is it to write a character like this?
No. Say why. Combines a unique blend of traits, being highly introverted, intuitive, feeling oriented, and judging.
I don't remember what the I, the N, the F, and the J stand for.
Yeah, I don't know. I
think there's intuitive, fairness, judging. I don't know. Necromancy.
Okay, I don't know why it's INFJ, but introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging.
Introverted.
So I don't know why it's not IIFJ, but I guess N means intuitive.
Introverted, necromancer, feeling and judging. Yeah, I don't know what that means from us continuing to write Tawara's perspective and character and everything, but we'll have to try to be consistent with that. There might be some things that change. Her perspectives might change over time. Her trust levels and whatnot will change based on, this is where she's at now. She's also been isolated most of her life. She is intelligent, but she's still been sheltered. So maybe maybe we actually came up with a good character perspective given the nature of her upbringing.
Yeah. And we took that into account as we were answering those questions.
Yeah. I mean, we actually went through that with some of the decisions that we had Tawara make. We would say, well, wait a minute, would she choose to do X, Y, or Z given how she was raised and her relationship with other people and whatnot?
Sorry, I clicked on famous INFJs. Plato, Adam Sandler, Billy Crystal, Mahatma Gandhi, and Adolf Hitler.
Nice. And she wants to be accolade.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. J.K. Rowling is one. Lady Gaga.
Interesting. Well, hey, we have some people we can compare to as the story rolls along, as her life continues to unfold and her adventure continues to be revealed. Yeah. Make sure we keep the INFJ in there. Yeah, so we only have at least like 5-6 other characters we have to do this for.
Yeah. We could make this a thing, like a monthly thing or whatever.
Yeah, I really want to do this for Teth. Just see, I don't know. That one's going to be tough though. It's going to be tough to think, well, how would he actually answer that question? But yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see how that one goes. Yeah, well, maybe on another future episode we'll do Teth. See what we come up with.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
And then whether or not we do all of them live, but it's definitely possible. I think we should definitely, at least, even if we don't do them live, go through all of our characters. I think this is a good exercise.
It is. I think it shows us what we've conveyed in the character thus far, and it gives us
some guidelines. And guidance.
Yeah. And maybe even looking into how do those personalities change over time.
Yeah. Or how we can look up in a given situation, how might an INFJ react?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can be like, hey, AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have an INFJ who's about to face down a giant beast in the ocean. What is it?
A Leviathan?
A Leviathan. They have to use magic to stop a Leviathan in the ocean. How would an INFJ handle this? Or there's a group of witches that are trying to put a curse on an INFJ. How would an INFJ stop them?
You never know what we'll come up with.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see as we go along. But yeah, this I'm anxious to see all the other characters, how they come out. See, but this has definitely been a very interesting discussion. Interesting to get that perspective on Tawara. I'm glad we talked about it before because, I hadn't thought about what would our characters do, and how do they fall into different spectrums. So, be fun to see how the rest of them come out.
All right.
Okay. Well, more to come, more book stuff to come, more personality tests to come, more updates on book 2 as we roll into the new year, the rest of the new year. Exciting stuff all ahead. So thanks for coming along for the ride with us. Thanks for listening, joining along. If you disagree, reach out to us. Send us something. If you think from reading our book so far, if you're like, I don't think Tawara would answer that question. I don't think she's an INFJ. I think she's more of a whatever. Let us know.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see people who haven't written the character but are reading the character. Do you agree? I'd really like to hear that. Do readers agree with the analysis that we've given about Tawara?
Yeah. And if you want to do that, you can get a hold of us on our website.
Yeah.
DuridanBooks.com.
Yep. Go there. We've got a message section. You can reach out and send us a direct message. Tell us what you think. And if you do, you can send it anonymously, or you can let us know, this is John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith from wherever. Here's what I think. So, okay. Well, thanks for coming along. We appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking with us and going along for this adventurous ride into creativity. Till next time, go in good spirits. Thanks for listening to the Creators Guild podcast. Don't forget to get your copy of A Flight from Shadows, available on Amazon. While you're there, please rate it and give it a review. If you like the Creators Guild, please like and subscribe, and make sure to share it with your friends. Until next time, go in good spirits.